Our next news comes at 8 o'clock. Breaking news at once. I'm Chuck Latour on West Michigan's news, weather, traffic station. Depend on it.
Well, thank you, John. I'm sorry I did it. I said I wasn't going to do it. I did it.
Well, sorry.
Thank
But you say
Chuck. How's that?
you say John like 40 times a morning, so you can be forgiven.
Wait a
Shouldn't
minute.
it be up to me to forgive him, really?
Are you
really?
But Rick's on my side. I don't trust it. Something must be wrong. Steve Kelly, Brett Bakita, and Rick Albin. So as you head into work today, how fired up are you about this job? Are you feeling burned out? A new study is out that might shed a little light. Give a couple of reasons why it is that you're burned out. We go to Fox News Radio and business coach and employee morale expert. So just to let you know, there are companies that hire this guy, and he comes in and he helps. He said tongue-in-cheek. Michael Ray Newman, welcome to Wood Radio. So why are some of the reasons that we are burned out?
Well, the big reason right now is that we're constantly connected, and we become a wandering generality because when we're at home, we feel like we need to be at work, and when we're at work, we feel guilty because when we were at home, we didn't spend enough time paying attention to our family.
Amen.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, but that's kind of the expectation of your employers. And I know it's different in different types of environments. We're kind of wired in because over the weekend, for example, there was breaking news. You have to do what you have to do. But is there a way that employers can facilitate kind of disengaging a little bit? Can they ever say, hey, you don't have to be 24/7?
Yeah, you know what? They set this up in the very beginning. I just had this conversation with a young college graduate who was doing some coaching with us, and she was all excited because she's got her job that is salary paid, and she's from a 9 to 5 or 8 to 5. But at 7 o'clock at night, she was checking and responding to her email. This is something as us as employees, we need to set that parameters, and I call it don't feed the animals. So we always check those emails, check those text messages. We're always going to do that in all areas of any kind of company that we work with, but don't respond to that. So we have to set those boundaries. That's really important.
Here's a question I have. Sorry if this sounds a little close to home, but
This might sound personal.
yeah, exactly. No, you've got something in here about leadership, and the people who are leaders are veterans, but not necessarily overseeing people in their job or career, seem to be better off as far as avoiding the burnout compared to those. And my question, I guess, is if you are in one of those roles where you have to oversee people, are you finding employees more needy and take more time in that situation away from those people?
Yes, they do, no doubt, especially nowadays, and the new people that are coming into the workplace. And that's the ones that aren't engaged, they're able to stay less burnout because they stay distant and they push that off on somebody else to communicate with that person.
So you're happier if you're a bad employee.
No, you don't want to be in the leadership role as far as staff underneath you.
That's right. You don't want all that staff because that's all burden of having to. It's like herding cats or you got the ducklings running around there. It's impossible to keep up with them, especially if you don't have the right kind of culture in your business and company and set that from the get go.
So if you're a company listening right now that does have a little error in this communication, how do you begin to change the culture? This is a question you might not have time for. How do you begin to change the culture in a business that needs help?
That's really good. We start with the business assessment. You're right. There's not enough time on this segment, but it's really for the culture, the people that you have right there. It's really important to do it. It's people and procedures. It's really simple. Break it down to that. You do the personality assessment because if you put somebody super outgoing and highly engaging with other people, if you have them putting together widgets in the back, communicating with no one, you're going to get burnt out very fast. They're going to be upset. They're not going to be happy, and you're creating a terrible culture. Understanding what kind of person to hire, what kind of personality assessment you're looking for is huge, and that's the first step in really creating that kind of culture to find the right kind of person for the right kind of job. And that's really starts in the hiring process. Now, if you already have this mess, it's a whole different animal.
Business coach and employee morale expert Michael Ray Newman through Fox News Radio. Thanks for your time today.